Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Coach AJ Brown here on a wonderfully wet Thursday morning. I'm still trying to understand how did we go from in South Florida from 50-degree weather to now it's raining and it's wet. Oh well, whatever. I'm shooting this quick video today because I have a friend on Facebook who posted a pic. I'm going to read it. It's one of those Kermit pics, and has a picture of Kermit looking all weird. I don't know if I can show. Well, you'll see it on my page if you're friends with me. Basically, it says when someone who hasn't worked all year tells you they're getting back $8,000 in taxes. The young lady had a problem with that because she said, "Oh, I knew somebody. I know somebody personally where that this is happening to. I work very hard all year, and I have to stick it out, struggle it out throughout the year, and I'm taxed heavily, and or whatever. That's my presumption of how she said. I can't find her page, but if you see this post, don't be mad. This is not a slight on you. But she had an issue with the person that she knew who allegedly got back a lot of money on the tax return. And what my response to her was, or response to that picture, basically was this, and this is verbatim, and if you're friends with me on Facebook, you can see it. You don't need a job to get back taxes. I told her, or anybody who has a complaint similar to that, they're applying the self-employed rules to their lives. If they qualify for a tax credit, then they get tax credit refund back. If they're doing this and there isn't a valid business in place, then they may be opening themselves up to audits that will claim back the all the tax credits and all the funds or money that they were given, plus penalties, fines, and all that stuff. It's just not worth it, folks. It's not worth it. And what I mean by that, before I move on, is it's not worth it just to be someone who could qualify under the child tax credit scenario, okay? Because you have children, but you do not have a valid business. It's just not worth it to do that, okay? What I also went on to say is that I teach people how to qualify legally to pay the minimum in taxes. I myself have paid as low as $6 in my federal withhold for the whole year. That's right. Paid $6 in my federal withhold taxes for the whole 12 months. Now, you may be saying to me, well, Coach, how the heck did you do that? Simple. A little bit of financial education. It just throws me for a loop that so many of you folks out there are highly educated, or a bunch of people and they give you a lot of information, and you guys are not using the information to make your life better. I'm not saying that you have a bad life, but if you could get or keep an extra $200 to $1,000 a month in your hard-earned cash when you want to, well, I know I did. And because of that, I was able to learn a little secret. And what's the secret? I read my W-4 form. And I read it the way the private institution called the IRS, which is hired by the government agency to regulate the collection of taxes. They give everyone who is a taxpayer in the United States, they give everybody the rules. And they say, they tell you, they're very specific. That's the one thing about the government and the folks that the government hire. They make sure that they're very specific. Okay? So if you go to the W-4 form, just read it line by line. Don't skim through that and don't screw that off. Let me tell you why. Because of my own unique situation, that W-4 form allowed me to only have to pay $6 in my taxes for the year. Now, that's not an end all. Okay, how many of you out there understand that you can't be a one-trick pony in the United States of America? You got to have a few things going on, right? Okay, So what that simply means is that there's a side B to my side A. My side A being my W-4 form. There's a side B. That side B basically is a home-based business. This again is the IRS rules, not mine. The IRS basically, by actions, they do not trust anybody who is a W-2 wage earner. I'll say it again. The IRS does not trust anybody who is a W-2 wage earner. You don't believe me? Okay. Between a W-2 wage earner and a 1099 self-employed or a business, who out of those two entities or description of entities, who's required to have their taxes removed from them before they get their own hard-earned money in their hand, and who's required to pay afterwards? The W-2 wage earner is not trusted because there's a deal going on. That deal is whoever you work for, whoever your boss is, that's the 1099 crew. I don't care if the 1099 is a sole proprietorship. I don't care if it's a corp sole. I don't care if it's S corporation. Don't care if it's an LP. Don't care if it's a GP. Don't care if it's a LLC. Don't care if it's a C. I almost don't even care if it's a 501(c)(3) either. Because they're charged anytime that money comes to them and they say that spend that money, pay that money out to the person who trades their body and their time for those little pennies every hour or salary, whatever it is. They're commissioned. Okay, they're commissioned to collect the tax revenue. Okay, now here's the deal. That tax revenue doesn't go directly to the IRS. But a lot of you guys say, man, who is FICA? Who's Social Security? Where's my money going? Where's the federal withhold going? Who has it? Oh, the IRS got it. Nope, that's not the deal. The entity that's trusted the most is the self-employed situation or the business who's they collect your taxes, okay? They collect your taxes and they hold it in an interest-bearing account. Well, if they're smart, they do. Okay, so I've said this example before. If you have a company, or if there's a company that has 1,000 employees working, and let's say for sake of numbers, we got 300 people. 100 people working. We got they take out $300 per person. What is that, like 300 grand? I don't know if I'm right or wrong. I don't know. It doesn't make a difference. But let's say it's 300 grand. They collect $300,000 in tax revenue every month. Okay. And they hold it in an interest-bearing account. And they pay that money to the IRS every quarter or once a year, depending on when their fiscal year ends, okay? Some folks file every quarter, some companies file every year. But the point is, they get to get that interest. They're making money with your money, and it's just being parked, okay? So now, it comes down to you. You've given your money away for the whole year. Now, remember, the whole year, you had challenges with your credit. You have challenges with making ends meet. You have challenges with sending your kids to school. You have challenges with getting clothes, food, lights being on. Or maybe you didn't have that challenge. Maybe you're someone who just didn't know how to manage money well enough or credit well enough. Or maybe you have a bunch of student loan debt. I mean, whatever, okay? For some reason, you couldn't match up your money to your debt. You had too much debt and not enough money. Now you've given away $300 a month or $500 a month. Just depends on who you are. Could be $1,000 a month. Okay. Wouldn't that money be more use to you and your family or yourself more than to help you make your dream come true than to make another business owner dream come true? Now, I don't want you to think I hate businesses, because I have a business. That's my side B to my side A. Everybody in the United States of America has to have a side B, because if you don't, you're going to be heavily taxed if you don't visit your W-4 form the right way. And the other balance to ensure that I paid the minimum, I had to justify everything. I had to keep the income as low as I could. And how do you do that? Business expenses. Well, how do you do that? You got to have a business. Is that hard to do? No, it's not. I teach people how to do it all the time. Now let's start talking about taxes. It's tax time. We all know that, okay? So now you're going back and you're requesting or begging for your money back because you got to apply. So you're begging for the money that you're giving them that they've made interest with. You're begging for that back now. You may be someone who may have made too much money because you're doing it the right way. You probably made too much money. Even though you may have dependents, you still made too much money because see, I'm a tax preparer as well. So I understand that there is, in my mindset, there is a number. There's a series of thousands of dollars, the minimum and the maximum, to where you could qualify for CDC and EIC, child tax credit and earned income credit. I understand this. Okay, you might not, because you're not trained to look at this. But that's just what it is. What it is. So most of you who are making over a certain dollar amount, you're going to start noticing that even though you have 2 dependents, 1 dependent, or even 3 dependents, you'll notice that your returns may not be as much as someone who made less than you. I'm not going to go into great detail about numbers, but let's let that marinate for a second. Someone, let's say you and a friend are almost identically the same. Both of you got dependents. Let's say both of you got 2 dependents. Both of you work at the same place, got the same kind of car, same kind of house. You guys are almost identical, except for you make more money than them. But their return is a lot larger than yours. Okay. Let that marinate for a minute. Well, that's all I want to share with you. I just want to let you know again that, you don't have to be upset with somebody who's doing a 1099 thing. I don't encourage people doing 1099s who don't have a business. If you do not have a business, I encourage you to stop. I encourage you to not go down that path. If you want to do that, you have the right to do it, but if you're going to do it, let's do it right. Me and my team at My Econ and Brownstone Management Services, we teach people how to do this the right way. I'm tired of watching folks being overcharged for a service. I'm tired of watching folks getting in trouble. They give you everything you need to be successful here. We don't need to cheat. All we need to do is work. Get educated, okay? Continue educating ourselves in the right things and work. That's all we have to do. That's all that's required of us. And the sooner that we realize that, hey, everything that's given to us is around us in little increments, and we take more of our time to invest in ourselves, to find out where those increments are and how you do that, you got to get with people, an individual or a group of people that's moving in a direction that you want to go. If you want to go up, well, why would you get with a group of people that's going down or that's staying stagnant? You're going to go crazy. But you can get with our group. Give me a call at 954-687-1079. You can text me if you don't want to talk to me, because some folks are a little bit, busy. Let's just call it that. They're a little bit busy. You can text me. I'll talk to you that way. You could email me at taxandloansolutions with an S at gmail.com. taxandloansolutions at gmail.com. And I'll talk to you through email. That's fine. You can visit my website, $6 spelled out in taxes.com. www.howipaid$6 and you go there, let me know, register there. You can text me and say, hey coach, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. I want to change. And if you want to change, my team and I'll help you. And it's easy. We have everything there. We got tax services, we got business strategies, income strategies, investment strategies, credit restoration, anything with credit I can help you with. We have that. I have that. Want to purchase a home? I'll teach you how to do that. Want to invest in real estate? Let me know, because I handle real estate investments as well. There's so many things that you can do. There's so many things you can do. Okay? So with that, I'm just going to sign off. Wishing you all well. And thank you for taking the time to hear me rant and rave about a picture. Here's what it looked like. Let me see if I can show you here. I don't know if you can see that. Let's industry. I don't know. I don't think I did a good job with that, but you can connect with me on AJ Brown on Facebook or Brownstone Investment Group. You can find us on there. Just connect with us. No one has ever gotten hurt by just talking. Till then, have a great day.